Hello YouTube and welcome back to the Nitro Addiction. How's everybody doing? So far we've got Mom in the house. Hello baby doll. So tonight we're just gonna continue the rebuild. TK18, what's going on, brother? There's my baby doll. How you doing, Lily? Nitro Pimps in the house. What's up, bro? Hope everybody's having an awesome day. Had a cold front today. It was only 102. So not too bad. Alright, so basically the cleaning and rebuild will continue. Wish I'd have remembered to clean this in the soapy water with the rest of it. But it's not too bad. Like I said before, his little paintbrushes work great. Bearings feel smooth in there. All aspect, what is up? How you doing, brother? Alright. Yeah, so this arm is a little stiff. That means you put a little bit of grease on it. All the rest of them pretty much move on their own, but this one will not. JP's in the house. What's up, brother? We share the crown. Yes, Pimp, that is a hell of a collection you got there, man. Anybody hasn't witnessed it, go check it out. Hang out while I work on the LST. Hell yeah, brother. What's up, Lotus? How you doing, bro? Shit, excuse me. Hope everybody's having a great day. Only 2 more days before I get to fly home, so they're all pretty much great days at this point. Thank you, all aspects. Found true happiness today. Peel the sticker, 2 new LST bodies, and put them on mint cars. Nothing better than doctoring up your favorite, or dressing up your favorite RCs, man. I feel you. I get the same feeling painting these bodies. I wonder if that's part of the problem. Something I need to order is some of these pills. Come on, get out there. It's supposed to spin freely. Like, that feels loose in there. Shoot. I think it's in the pill. I think the fact that this one here, let's see if I can get it on camera. See how it's split there? I wonder if that's causing it to bind up. Raw's in the house. Look at you, my friend. Man, you're such a generous guy, Mr. Raw. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Oh, Jay, you're so sweet. Better now watching you. Appreciate you. Got back like baked like a potato today. Man, you're not supposed to be out in that sun, brother. Quick stop on. I have to go. Well, I do appreciate you, man. You're freaking awesome. Everybody give him a like on that donation. I find it hard to believe anybody that's in here at this point hasn't been to his channel, but if you have not, make sure you check out Raw. Hell of a channel supporter right there, and we appreciate it very much, brother. Yeah, something's causing It's one side to stick. I don't know that it's in this pill, but it sure seems like it. Why is there such a gap there? I wonder if I got the wrong. There's no way though, because this is exposed. I don't think I have the wrong pins. Like these are just a smidge longer. I think that's my problem. Alright, let's try this out and see. Yeah, I think the rod was too long and making it bind up. That's got to be the problem. Of course, I didn't look at the directions to see if there was difference. I just went with it. What's up, Alex? Welcome back, brother. Big Boys Toys. How you doing? How's your mom doing? Hope everything's going well. I walked right into second. Good been looking at bits from an old vintage nitro buggy. Nice. There's some pretty nice vintage buggies out there. Or vintage RCs, period. I think the oldest thing that I have would probably be one of my Savages. Probably even my Savage 21 that's still in the box, never been opened. There we go. Now she's free floating like she's supposed to be. Pin's awful loose in there. To say you should open it. I know it's like half and half. You know, there's something in me that really wants to open it. And there's something in me that really doesn't want to open it. It's like I really want to open it and fire it up and drive around because I think it looks badass, but at the same time, I don't. And I know if I open it up, I'm gonna want to fire it up. It was okay. She had an iron infusion yesterday. They found no disease in her bones, but she has a skin infection. Oh, I'm sorry, brother. I mean, at least she didn't find the disease in the bone. Some of that stuff can be pretty tricky, so sounds like maybe a good step in the right direction. We'll keep praying for her. Jay, the ultimate deal in that would be to find another one and open it. Keep one of them closed up. Nice, sure, good. Got body soap, coming, exhaust tube, and a receiver box. Get some failsafe for the HPI Rush for the Red Cat HSP. Yeah, failsafe is a must. I think the next step it's telling me is to put these on, but I didn't see what size, which screws to throw in there. Where's the other one? I know I grabbed both of them. No, I didn't. JW, what's going on, brother? Yeah, exactly, JP. That would be cool. RC Scrapyard, hell yeah. What are you talking about, big boys? They have good stuff out. I've heard good things about RC Scrapyard. That was quick, JW. Let's say 1mm. Optifuel. I think that's isn't that an England or an English brand? Or a European brand at least. Oh, they do say on there what they are. I never knew these were stamped. Can't tell what that one is. I mean, they're stamped, but I can't read them. .8, 1.2, 0.8. Yeah, apparently I'm supposed to put a couple of these in and I missed. 0.8. Everything's 0.8. Apparently there are no 1 millimeters, 0.7. 0.9. 0.9. Those are probably the closest thing when I get to 1 millimeter. Two. Guess it just depends on where you measure it. Anyways, these little tiny things, it's really hard to tell what size you actually got. Let's see here. Hello, Grizzly, what's going on, brother? Got severe thunderstorms coming his way. That sucks. JW's stopping. Be careful because rust inside engine. Yeah, you gotta have good fuel or it's definitely gonna mess up your engine. Okay, so these go. Front. So I'm also looking at my directions here. Go on this side. Piece I was trying to flatten out earlier is kind of sticking out in the way. It's plastic, so we're gonna see if we can trim it. Really? I think I put it down with the rest of them, got them mixed up. Some of these things, the thickness are so close together, can't really, or it's hard to tell the differences in them. So I was watching a race tuning video where they were talking about, like, especially with the C-Hub cars. So on the top arm you can shift them forward and backwards on the pin, and it'll kind of roll your wheel action, and then it determines, like under compression, you know, if your wheels are gonna kick out more or, you know, more or less, and then it's kind of one of those things that's like helpful for corners. Make sure it works not. Let's see. Work never ends sometimes. Getting low down to 12 gallons. Really? That is low. I usually never have more than 2 on me. Done deal with cash for the order. Fuel for oh, nice. Yeah, Jay's one of the few people I know that will make a 3-hour trip to go get some fuel. So he buys it in bulk. That stupid pillow ball. Come on, I want it to move freely. Like the other side does. Yeah, this little pill that they use in here, it's kind of damaged. So what it's doing is the plastic's kind of like bowing up out of it, and it's pushing on it here, pushing the arm forward. So when I put the little spacer in it, like the book calls for, like this side has, I don't know if you guys can see that. Yeah, that little spacer right there. So when I put that on the other side, then it binds up the arm. It looks like there's enough room in there. Little things are a pain in the ass. want it to be free floating. Like it calls for a 1 millimeter. And it fits good on the one side, just not the other. Just trying to figure out what is why it's different. Should be like that. Little bastard. I'm just trying to put in there what the book calls for, but it doesn't want to. Doesn't seem to want to set right. Oh, he says we don't want to run out, right? Two 1 millimeter on the back side and a 2 millimeter on the front. Well, the book I'm looking at just calls for 2 millimeter on the back side, or 2 1 millimeter, one on each side, on the back side of it. But yet, the one side's binding up. I don't know, when you get all the wheel weight on there, and the springs are included and whatever, it's gonna do what it's gonna do, but I'm trying to have as little resistance here as possible. What's going on, Brandon? Did you shorten up your last name? Or I guess, not because you would have a membership, so you're not Brandon Watts, are you? You're a different Brandon. which it's okay. I just thought for a second you was somebody else. Playing ball, no, nitro can be pain sometimes. Did use a little grease. Are you asking if I used a little grease? So I think most of the problems, see how that's nice and flat and flush. Well, this one here had some damage to it and it was kind of like raised up. I think I just need to trim it down a little bit more. I think that's the problem. I'm different. Yeah, when I didn't see the membership by your name, I was like, that's not Brandon Watts. Well, I don't know if you've been here before, but welcome to the channel, brother. Hope you enjoy. So basically what we're doing is just took apart the Mugen buggy, cleaned it up real good, and now we're trying to put it back together, but finding a couple things that creating like a sticking point. Yeah, this pillow has some damage and it was pushing the plastic up. It's creating a high spot basically, and it was pinching in there and keeping the arms from free floating. Yeah, I know I need to just get new ones and replace them, and I will eventually. But at the moment, we're just trying to make this work. Another reason I like to tear them all the way down and clean them up, because you can find stuff like this and figure out what needs to be replaced a little bit easier. Computer took a shit. Travis is in the house. What's up, brother? Who doesn't love Nitro? We all love Nitro. That's why this is the Nitro Addiction. We haven't said it much lately, but kind of one of our mottos in the beginning was "Welcome to Nitro's Anonymous," where we all have a problem, and we're all here to talk about our problem. But no, welcome. Appreciate you. Hope you're enjoying. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe if you want. That'd be kind of cool. Alright, let's see if that did the trick. Northeast, what's going on, brother? How you doing? Duck grease, spray it down with brake clean. Now that you have it all in pieces. I did spray some parts in brake clean, and I don't have any more brake clean, so I can't necessarily spray everything down. But it wasn't sticking because it's dirty or gummy. Literally, there was some damage on that pillow, and or pill, whatever you call it, and it was making it bow up out of that hole. So I think this fixed it. But thank you very much for the tip. And I do use brake clean on certain things, but I've never like tried to spray down the whole buggy. So I take it you've got experience with that, and it doesn't hurt the plastics. I always think of brake clean just, drying out the plastics and messing them up. There it is. Boom. So I got both those. Yep. Both of those little spacers in there. And it works now, so I just had to get some of that plastic out of the way. Sweet. Blue 35 kg servo came today. Hell yeah, brother. I run a few of those. The first nitro was a Red Cat Volcano, I think. Dude, that's funny because I almost got a Red Cat Volcano, but I ended up getting the Tornado. So the 10 scale nitro buggy. And that was my first one back in like 05. And then I ended up getting the Caldera, which was like still a 10 scale, but it had the bigger engine in it. It had the 3.0, the little blue-headed SH. I used to watch all those videos back in the day and always wanted the Volcano, but I never got one. Volcano S30, changing front diff in now. Have a few of the nitros. Hell yeah. Yeah, I didn't know you had the Volcano Northeast. That's pretty cool. Yeah, and All Aspects has the Monsoon. They had a couple of nice bigger trucks, the Avalanche, and was that other one a Lightning? No, Landslide. But it didn't seem to stick around for very long. But those are really cool looking trucks. Pimp says, I don't have a problem. Yes, you do. We all have a problem, brother. You just have a lot more problem. You probably have the most problem out of anybody, at least on this channel. But it's never a problem. If you have what you want, you're happy. That's not a problem, even if it's 500 of them. Getting more expensive, and parts too. Right now. Yes, things are getting very expensive, Alex. Like not just RCs, but everything. But yes, we do have a problem. I'm sitting up here looking at another buggy to buy. Oh shit, Travis in trouble. Are you looking at this buggy? Because I know you keep looking at this buggy trying to buy it. Got it down to 3. Mugen, Techno, and the new MP11 that is coming out in August. You should throw X-ray in there too and just make it 4. Why not? Ali Shumway had all of us one Red Cat back in the day. Dude, he blocked me, or muted my comments or whatever. Because, man, driving mine, and I wasn't doing half the stuff that he was doing, and they would break real easy. And I'm like, man, don't lie to these people. Probably being an asshole, but, I mean, come on, Jumping them off that big-ass cliff, like, no, they ain't going to do that and not break. No way. But no, they were really cool videos, and they were fun to watch. But yeah, good times. I haven't heard that name in a while, man. That's funny you mentioned his name. BMT come from Carlo the Nitro 54 from damn. It's a good problem. Yep. I'm probably sitting on 30-ish. Because I know I have at least 20 to 24 Savages, roughly. And a lot of them are in pieces, but I still have them. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 buggies, a truggy, a fifth scale. I got the Sin. I got the MGT. Couple of electrics that I haven't driven in a long time. There's 4 volcanoes, 1 earthquake, a tsunami, a shockwave. I do love my red cats. That's funny. Yeah, maybe which one's the tsunami? And the hurricane. Okay, you got the earthquake. The hurricane was a nice little 8 scale buggy. I always wanted that buggy, but like all my 10 scale stuff just kept breaking, and I got tired of working on it, so I jumped right into the Savage. And the volcanoes, seemed like everybody was having problems with the volcanoes. That's why I never ended up picking one up. But I do think they're pretty cool trucks. Kind of like the budget T-Max. You know what I mean? Because they were cheaper, more budget style, but kind of had that look, and you know, not as much of a badass, not as much of a classic, but kind of like the budget T-Max in a way. VV's in the house. I have a prototype I like built. Are you interested? Sure. I don't think I've seen you here before, VV. Welcome to the channel. What kind of prototype? JP says, I got 59, number 59 on the way. Nice. Sounds like he has a geological problem. All the Red Cat stuff, especially back in that era, you know, volcano, tsunami, hurricane, avalanche, monsoon, which is that truggy that All Aspects has. That one truck, was it a lightning or no? It was a landslide. Yeah, all geological events. Yes, very much so. Your Mugen, I have a funny feeling it will be darn near the price of a kit, so I might as well go with a kit. Well, why would you say that? You say that like that I would just jack up the price on it. No. My collection is a Red Cat, HSP, HPI Rush, Evo, Carnage, FTX, SSB, Thunder Tiger Vintage, one HSP Gladiator. I don't think I've ever heard of the Gladiator. Anything can be talked about. Right? Birthday, I'm buying a couple of kits. Man, I want a kit. I want that new X-Ray kit, to be honest with you. And not just because Dakota Finn runs it and is winning races. I mean, the guys out here at the Nitro compound, they really like them, and they're talking pretty highly of them. So if you're interested in getting a new kit and wanting a good one, you know, they're all pricey. So, you know, X-Ray is damn good kit. Volcanoes are little bricks, but don't have the gearing to keep up, or to keep them off of solid objects. Yeah, they always seem like cool little trucks. I always wanted one, to be honest with you. All he needs is a hailstorm. Right? Yes, that X-Ray is special, very special. I'm telling you, that new X-Ray is badass. And like the, you know, AJ down there at the Nitro compound, I went in there the not last weekend, but the weekend before he went to Nationals, and he's like, so when are you going to want to buy this X-Ray kit? And I was like, when are you going to bring that price down? But no, they're damn good kits for sure. The best deal kit is the B4 right now. Nice. Damn good, except the price for the kit and the parts. Sorry about the caps. Why are you yelling at me? Molds RC, what's up, brother? Have a Red Cat Volcano. Nice. Yeah, I had the Volcano, and the caldera. I don't know what caldera means. I think it's a Spanish word for something, but I don't know what it means. If anybody knows what it means, feel free to put it in the comments. Call me a dumbass, whatever. But it was like the only one that I couldn't make sense of. Like tsunami, that's a Japanese word, right? So a lot of the geological events are other language, words from other languages. So it wouldn't surprise me if it was a Hispanic word. But I don't know what caldera is. But it was a cool little platform. It was kind of like the earthquake, but a little bit smaller. And that earthquake had the 3.5 and the caldera had the 3.0 on it. But I could never get it to shift. It did not like second gear. There was a hailstorm. I was gonna say probably. Try to get an Inferno or MP9 Hyper 7 twin engine Hot Wheels truck. Nice. Large volcanic crater. Oh, that's a caldera? A caldera? Caldera? Thank you for educating me, Travis. I appreciate that. Caldera means large volcanic crater. Huh. I was right about part of it. But no, that's funny. I always figured it was something, but I never looked it up. Large volcanic crater. That is pretty cool. Why does this thing not tell me what the screws are? Oh, there it is. Okay. 18 millimeters. They had it like 2 different pages. Alright. Well, if I can find all of these damn screws. I don't know what it is with not being able to find all the screws to this stuff. I put them all in the same spot. Man, I always wanted that monsoon, like what All Aspects has. Always looked like a really nice truggy. And then the Avalanche, the big 8th scale monster truck that they had a really cool body to it. I always liked them. Let's see. There's a Blitz body in the museum, but no truck. Talking about your museum? 7 HSP Nokia and Red Cat Shockwave. Shockwave, that was just like another 10th scale buggy, wasn't it? Basically the same as the Volcano. They were always like blue and black. Those seem to be more popular than the Volcanoes. I've seen a lot of videos of those and very few of the Volcanoes. And I don't know, and it might have been more of like what they considered to be a pro version because I think they were more expensive. But as far as I know, they had the same size engine in them. And they have the had an X-ray coming with an engine in it. RTR or kit? My vape milkshake juice water. What? Sweet tooth not good. That's funny. Oh, really? It comes with FTX. Was it like $1,000 freaking buggy? That's crazy. So is it a kit that comes with the FX engine? Because aren't those FX engines like $500? What is JW talking about? It says it's all in pieces. Oh, the Blitz, HPI Blitz. Yeah, I figured that's what you were saying, Pimp. Volcano was 1/10 Marshall truck. Oh, Volcano was the buggy. Yeah, but oh, okay, yeah. What's the little truck? I was thinking that's what you said you had. What is that little truck? Yeah, because I had the Volcano bug, not the Earthquake, the smaller truck. Damn it! I thought that's what we were talking about earlier. Volcano is 1/10 monster truck. Volcano is the buggy. Sorry, Volcano's the truck. Tornado was the buggy. Never mind. I'm getting them all backwards. I had to think back. That's badass, Travis. The kit. Today or tomorrow. 11:09. Whew. Sounds about right. Man, I've never seen a kit with an engine. Because, I mean, those are both high quality, high dollar racing items. Shockwave was 1 speed, 16.16. Tornado was 2 speed, 0.18 boom. Ah, thank you for the history lesson there. I knew there was a little something different, but I never had the Shockwave, so I didn't know for sure. Oh yeah, Travis, definitely worth every dime. Definitely a race winner. Volcano is yeah, Volcano is the 1/10 truck. Earthquake's the 1/8. Yep. If I didn't say that earlier, sorry, meant to. But yeah, I think I got confused on the putting out the right name of the buggy. The one I had was the Tornado. Yeah, anybody ever get the Hurricane? That was a really cool looking buggy. And according to Ollie, however you say his last name, apparently that thing was as good as any racer on the track. I guess back in them days anyways. I doubt it would be now. But again, I never had it, so couldn't say for sure. Yeah, that little Volcano buggy was really fast. But man, it did not take much to break those brittle arms on it. What the hell? The screw don't want to go in all the way. But yeah, once Red Cat basically got out of the Nitro game, I mean, the stuff just it bores me. It's all the same electric with different bodies. It's not those. So there's one of the screws. I feel like the guy before me would just lose screws and put whatever he had in it. I thought I turned that thing down. I'll make sure it's not something important for work. No. All right. Let's see here. You can put the 2-speed in the shockwave. Mine has a 2-speed. Oh, nice. Yeah, I can get the 2-speed in my Caldera to shift. Seems like when I first got it, I got it to shift some, but it would. I mean, it wasn't like the Savage, like or even some of the other trucks. I've mostly had the Savage, so that's what I relate to. But it's like every once in a while, you got to adjust it, or sometimes when you get the new one, you got to make an adjustment. But for the most part, it'll stay. It was like with that Caldera, it was constantly losing its shift point. Or like it was just, the metal in it was real weak and the pin would break. Or, the spring they had a little spring in it, a little ball. And I don't know, there's always something wrong with it. And then towards the end, I'd gotten a couple of different 2-speeds putting in it, trying to get it to shift. And I couldn't get it to shift, so sold it to my buddy for like $50. Carlos 8 2.0 Pico engine vintage Nitro 4x4. This is a good one, 55 pounds. Damn. 13 posts. Are you talking about like one for sale on eBay or something? I just looked up Alisson. He's still in the game, but looks like he's pimping out helicopters now over in the desert. The last time I had seen him, and this was years back, that I even had caught his video. Yeah, he wasn't doing the cars anymore. He had gone over to, I don't know if he was doing planes or helicopters. But yeah, he's changed it around quite a bit. It looked like most of his videos were in China from back in the early days. I don't know for sure where he's at now. But I always try to figure out, is this guy a seller of this product? That's why he's constantly trying to tell you how good they are. But I feel like he was a seller. Like a seller of the product. And now, damn computer. computer keeps crashing out of the live. I'll soon have another MGT 4.6 on the channel. Nice. Exactly, Jay. I gave it away. I mean, HSP, Red Cat, all the same. There's a couple of them. Hughes' engine didn't fire up again. Aw. On eBay? Hell yeah. You must be getting disgusted. I would be. Chef salad with ham, extra sharp cheddar and ranch. Yum. He probably was a third-party distributor. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. Mention title nitro bearings. Not necessarily. It could be, like if it's an older engine, could be gummed up. I mean, just the fuel has gummed up in it. Alright, so tiny little screw. Need another one. Damn it. Excuse me. No, not that one. So, damn, there it is. Oh shit. I need my 1.5. A few 0.5 big blocks to choose from for that BMT. Northeast, aren't you the one that's got like, I don't know, like a couple hundred engines? Does that not go in there? I thought those little, I thought them little guys came out of there, but I guess not. which means I need more of these. Oh, I think I know where those came from. That's the problem with taking these apart and then letting them sit for weeks. Trying to remember where the screws go. Sometimes is a pain in the butt. Yeah, I was thinking that those little bevel head screw or whatever you want to call that. Thought it went back here, but it actually holds on the receiver cover. Sent you a message on Messenger. Just now? I seen earlier with the body that you painted. Oh, and by the way, go check out Travis's channel. I don't know if he's put the video up yet, but that paint job turned out pretty slick. It's like 4 different colors. .136 inches, about 50 on RCs. I'm definitely not that high up there, but I think I'm pushing 30 some engines right now. And I guess maybe half of them are in cars. Most of the ones that I have and not in cars are for the Savages. And then I have I have two 21s that are, well, three or four that aren't. And then I even have a couple more Savage. Like I think I got close to 20 engines that I can use in the Savage. I got 2 Dynamite 28s still in the box, brand new. And then you guys have seen my collection of purple heads. Whether it's the K46 or the 25. Got quite a few of them. Come on, one more tiny screw. Where are you at? I don't know if you guys noticed, but my screw pile is getting smaller. What is RCS? RCs, plural. Yeah, JP, you got all them buggies. What, you got, like 30 some buggies? But you got an engine in each one. You just want backups, don't you? Yeah, thank you, Jay. Countersunk screw. Yeah. Appreciate it. There you go. There's Travis's channel. Lame Duck. Oh, the message you sent me is a new message? Alright. I will check it out. Let's see. It's in shorts, nice. FTX Carnage. Good truck. It's still not too expensive. Yeah, I've seen a lot of English videos or UK videos where they're running the FTX Carnage, but I don't even think we can get them here unless we I'm assuming you can have them shipped here. I don't know. But then it's not like a big market over here of them. This just needs spare engines, don't we all? I got one coming for you one day. I don't know when, but one day. That's like Acme. Yeah, I think they're the same, aren't they? Oh, you're saying, never mind, you're saying that's like Acme, where basically they're only over there. Fly high, Ireland. What is going on, brother? Welcome back. You can get it shipped over, but can't get parts. Oh, well, that sucks. That's pointless. Shit, and you put these little clips on the back too. And they go on the outside. Two. 8. Man, there's so many different sizes that are so close together. Yeah. Who's out here? Totally forgot about getting these put in there and then checking to make sure it moved freely. Probably only works if I take that off. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, none of these match what the print says. So the rest of them are supposed to have like a bunch of 1 millimeters and then some 2 millimeters. I didn't have any that were 2 millimeter, And really none of them that were 1mm, so I'm just gonna get what they get. I need to probably order some. Trying to do proper tuning. Seems like the more fine tuning that you do, the better your setup is. You know, easier it is to keep it on the track. You know, as new technos, they come with like a bushing in here, and this stays loose all the time. And then these older ones had like grub screws where you could tighten it down. So I don't know if they just figured out that leaving that loose gives it better control, or what the deal is. Yeah, I've seen the one you have, Jay. Sounds like a pretty good buggy. Fly Sky says it's all good. Hell yeah. Next time you do a live, start it up for us. Oh yeah, Zach me? Hell yeah. Yeah, Travis ain't in the UK for sure. He's over here in Tennessee. I think the MP9 Hyper 7 from Novos. Yeah, hot bodies, twin. I don't know. Alright, Jay, take it easy, brother. It's what a troll. Get to hit that like button. Yes, sir. Thank you, Jay. Appreciate you. Do you have in your collection? You talking to me, Alex? Or Travis? The one that said I was in the UK. No, he just doesn't know. No, he's been around for a while. It's been a while since he's been on the show. But alright, let's see here. I think what we'll do, we'll get the upper arm assembly thingamabobber going. I think. Let's see what the directions say. Okay, so on the front. Two at the back. Gotta get the A-arms. Oh, that's right. Already brought them up here. So he's asking what nitros that I have. So I'd say probably roughly 15 or so Savage 25s, one Savage 21, probably four or five Savage X 4.6, multiple versions of the 4.6. I've got two 5.9 XLs. I've got an MGT 4.6, or for you would be the Thunder Tiger, not the Hammer. What is that? S40 or S50 or something, or MT4 or something like that. Same truck. I got a Sin 7.7. I've got a Mugen MBX8. I've got an MP9 TKI4. I've got an old RTR Losi buggy. I've got a Techno 48.3, a Techno 48 2.2. I've got an MBX8 truggy that matches the buggy. I've got a 60cc Baja fifth scale. I think that's pretty much it. There may be one or two more. I got a couple electric ones, like a Rustler and something else I can't remember the name of. But I got a few. One of the stock black wheels for my Vertex buggy. Those other ones just don't look right. Yeah, they gotta have the right body and stuff. Just saw an RC8 with a gummed up Nova, so for $278 on eBay. That might not be bad. I'd like to see what kind of condition the rest of it's in, but even if the Nova's just gummed up and it still runs, could be a heck of a deal. Are you back home now? No, I'm still out in Phoenix. I am going home this coming up week for the 4th. So I'll be home for about 11 days. Bob, what's up, brother? Just stopping to say hello, everybody. Crazy heat wave here. Turn up the AC. Let's see. I need a 10 millimeter. That's an 8. They're both from the bottom side of the chassis, though. Okay, so found one good one and two good ones. Let's see, let's go on aluminum. For the MP9 or the Mugen. Yeah, it's I've run both. Like, I mean, the MP9 is a good car, but I probably just had something set up wrong with it. But for whatever reason, I enjoy running the Techno and the Mugen more. But yeah, I don't know. I probably just had something set wrong because it was real squirrely around the track. I don't know for sure why. Working on full chassis refresh or just portions of the kit. So I stripped it down completely a few weeks back. The Mugen MBX8, and like I had to order a new wing mount because the wing mount was broke. I'm basically just kind of doing a refresh on it. There's a couple of parts that were, just needed a fresh start. Let's see. Good idea. If I hadn't just bought that BMT from Carlo, I may have tried to snatch it up. Had the Nova Plus 21 for BTTS. Nice. What flavor tonight? He's got a lot of good flavors there. MP11 has been totally rebuilt according to Lutz. Slurricane. Never heard of that one. Check out his video when he's talking to the No Name podcast. Sounds choppy. Just my sound's choppy. It's cleared up now. So are we better? So my computer keeps cutting out, and so it's like I don't know if it's something with the Wi-Fi here or what. But if it's better now, cool. If not, I don't know what to do. Good now? Okay. Yeah, it must have just been a glitch in the matrix. So that's 10. That's bigger. Where's the 12? Open that. This one. I think that's it. Good now? Sweet. I guess I thought it was my laptop. Yeah, for whatever reason, it's been kind of off. It's like earlier, I forgot to turn the Wi-Fi on my phone, and it was just going off a phone signal. And now that I've turned the Wi-Fi on, it seems like we're having issues. Joey Ace, what's up? How you doing, brother? And then new Vertex VTX .26 engine that would have come stock in the RTR version of buggy. Nice. Untested for repairs. This one. eBay say repair. Be okay for that money. 52 pounds. Yeah, I'm not for sure. I don't know much about those cars and the worth of them. Alright. So, where do these guys go? It's like I remember taking those pieces out, but I don't know where they go. Ah, okay. So yeah, we're not there yet. Never mind. Just want to make sure I didn't pass something up. All right. So now for these. Yeah, I hate when these things just fall apart. Gives from Mega Force truck is a project from someone has been standing but was in working order one that. Yeah, some of them things just need way too much work for my taste. Try to find the ones that are like sliders or rollers and just needs an engine and electronics. I think I'm supposed to put another bearing in there. What goes in the rear? But you could put that other bearing there in the center and make it a little more sturdy. But not today. One more big giant bearing. Another tuning option with these two different holes. You put in the top hole and it lowers the buggy, like the wheelbase, down. And what is it for? Looser tracks. I think I'm saying that right. For looser tracks, you lower it down. For tighter grip tracks, you raise it up. It gives it a little more roll. I can't remember exactly how he was saying, but another tuning option. RC110 NITRO ADDICTION Condor, RC NITRO car. Huh. Isn't there an easier way than completely breaking the car down like that to clean it? Seems like a lottie, like a lot. Yeah, there probably is. Every once in a while, it's good to break it all the way down to see if you need to change out parts. Sometimes it's hard to, or to see if like your plastics are worn. I mean, you can do it however you want. With this one, I mean, it really needed a full breakdown. But yeah, I mean, you can use like the simple green. You can even leave all this together, but like take off the front, the rear, take out the transmission, and kind of clean everything that way. You can just take out the engine electronics and hose it down with some simple green and hose it down with some water. I mean, yeah, there's multiple ways of doing it, but every once in a while it is good to strip it down. But yeah, you don't have to do this every time. That would get kind of old. But I mean, again, so if you're trying to race on a track and you're trying to make sure that like all your tuning options are, in working order, I mean, some of the stuff, it's really good to tear it down to get to everything, I guess, so to speak. But yeah, it's not something you necessarily have to do every time. I'm trying to think, like, some of the stuff can be harder to get to. Some of these you got to tear down quite a bit just to get to the differential. Like, I think with this particular one, you can take out like you don't even have to take out the shock tower. You just take off the sway bar, take out these two screws, and if I'm not mistaken, this piece should just pop out, and then you can pull out the diff, and you don't have to tear it all apart. So, I mean, it just depends. Alright, let's see. So, this one here says right. Should go like that. I haven't messed too much with the pillow ball cars, so there might be an easier way. I guess getting it started before worrying about that's something you might want to do. I feel like Allen wrench should be sitting here somewhere. Yep. No. The bigger one's just for that outer cup. Definitely could never be a racer basher for life. I mean, even bashing every once in a while, you wanna tear things down. Oh, that's right. It's a new piece of plastic, so it's gonna take some doing to get them threads started. I mean, it's good with any RC car to tear them down every so often. But yeah, I mean, if you're trying to race, it is a lot of work. You know, and I don't even do as much of the stuff that I should do. Like, these people go out there and they call it tune and test, you know, and you make an adjustment and you'll run it around the track, and if you don't feel like that adjustment did what you want, then make another one and go running around the track. So it can get pretty intense. That's just a part of the fun. Yeah, after you do a full tear down and rebuild, gives you a lot of confidence in the car or truck. Yep, knowing everything is moving and working correctly is a big bonus. Exactly, and I've said it before, like, you know, even with the Savage, if I get to the point where it seems like it's not running properly or something's just not right, I'll tear it down. You know, and just make sure that everything's in good working order. It's good to do with any RC, basically. You know, just with racing, there's just more. You know, because, so like when the season starts, it's basically like one race a month, and the weekends in between where you're practicing. So you're constantly trying to make sure that your car is where it's supposed to be. Oh, come on, how'd you get in there? Get out of there. Jeez. But yeah, it can get old, but it can also be a lot of fun. And just like what A2's saying, I mean, for me, half the fun is tearing apart and building it. Just the way it is. Keep pulling my paper towel. Refurb versus restore. Yeah, I guess y'all, right? Keeping an eye on your parts. Yeah, exactly. I mean, especially if you're racing, you know, little things wear out and then your tuning isn't what it's supposed to be, right? So the plastic wears out, or like with these little ball cups will wear out, and then it doesn't handle the same. And the key to being good on the track is consistency, right? Which I'm not very consistent. But the more consistent that you can be, the more successful you're going to be. And I mean, it's hard enough getting around the track, get alone having a car that doesn't want to perform properly. But no, I mean, I enjoy it. This is new to me. Like you guys have been, you guys all kind of know that. You've been watching. But it is fun. It's definitely fun. And I've been meeting some pretty cool people out there, so that's a plus. And, meeting AJ is really cool. I mean, he's not like not Ryan Mayfield or Dakota Finn, but he's a really good driver, and getting to learn from him is cool. Seeing him on YouTube racing is pretty cool. I mean, we barely know each other, but I feel like I've talked with him enough. I kind of consider him an RC buddy. He may think of me as just some stranger that showed up and started running on the track, but that's okay. He's a really nice guy. But and kind of what I'm saying, getting into the racing scene, I've met some really cool people down there. All right, one more ball. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Come on, you just sit still so I can get this started. Pool balls are definitely a lot different to work on than C-hubs. Trying to go on crooked. There we go. Got a little charging station. Little plug charger. Charger for AA batteries, transmitter. Hell yeah. I did oval. I tried to get a season in between rebuilds. Just fix what I needed during the season. Yeah, and I mean, I'm getting multiple cars ready for the season. Mainly just so I can keep practicing. Like one car, something goes wrong, I'm waiting on something. I can run the other car and just get that practice in on the track. And of course, it's better to stick with one car. But at the same time, if I have that option to run a second vehicle, or even a third, just to keep getting getting that muscle memory and the practice time around the track, I think that's a plus. There's no Hugh. Did you get it to fire? It's choppy. Is it still choppy? Engine blow up. Getting over rev. Nitro engine blow up. Getting over rev. Yeah, I do that quite a bit too. Yes. Yeah, over the weekend, this last Sunday when I was at the track, one of the guys there, he was running his truggy, and I just happened to hear it winding up, and I looked out there, and he was laying upside down. So I don't know if when he hit, it broke the push rod from the servo, or what exactly happened. But it didn't seem like he had his spring fail-safe working on it, because that thing just went wing. And then, you guys have all watched the channels where they burn up engines, and it just kind of gets that that I'm sick sound. Yeah, poor guy. He was like, oh, there goes that one. I was like, ouch. It happens. There, so. And I've only watched videos on this. I'm not an expert with pillow balls, but basically you can tighten it down. It's tight. And then I got to sneeze again. And you back it off and you have play in it. It still feels a little tight. I mean, you don't want it flopping around, but you just want it to have. Shit. Excuse me. You don't want it flopping around. You just want it to have, nice even play. JW, you run a Mugen. How do you set your pillow balls? Seems like it's got plenty of play in it. You want some play, but you don't want it bouncing around a lot. So I can feel just a little wiggle in it, and to me that's good. But if there's a pillow ball expert on here. Good, it's cleared up now? Hell yeah. Alex about to pass out. Dude, I haven't seen storms since I got hailed on a few weeks back down in Maricopa. Hugh, the other night you said you was going to get some fireworks. What's your favorite fireworks? Yes, you tell him. Hit that like button. You guys heard it from Hugh. Can't tell if that thing's going in there straight. Try not to strip out this plastic. Yeah, so what is it what is it you like to fire off on the 4th of July? Opening things, let her hear now. Okay. Alright, you taking off, brother? That is pretty late. I don't know a lot about pillow ball, but that should be good. That's what I'm thinking. Alright, Alex, be sure and check him out. Everybody check out Mr. Alex. Yeah, from watching Adam Drake, if I'm not mistaken, he got it tight, then he backed it off just to the point where it had good play and like maybe just a smidge of play in there. We'll call that good. Like the mortars? Hell yeah. I got a bunch left over from last year, so I've got like 8 24 packs. It's like, 8 boxes of mortars, different brands, different names, whatever. Then I've got 2 big ass plastic tubs that are each half full with probably like 200 mortars in each tub. All right, Matt, really have a good night, everyone. All right, you take it easy, brother. But one of the things that's new to us are what they call the girandolas. I don't know if you guys have seen those or heard of them, but basically they've got like 6 to 8 rockets around the outside of them, and when they go, they spin and they whistle really loud and tick off, and then it's like a star break up in the air. Them things are really neat. No spleen splinters or whisker biscuits. No, but funny you say that because there is a brand called Joe Dirt, and they do have. I've seen the whisker biscuits, whistling kitties or whistling kitty chasers, whisker do's, whisker don'ts, whistling bungholes, and there's a couple others. But yeah, they got a whole line off of that movie. And one of the guys that I watch on YouTube that does fireworks, Cody B, he's always referring to the movie. He's like, because snakes and sparklers are all I like, and he plays little clips from that scene. It's freaking hilarious. All right, let's see. I think that's all we'll do on the front for now. Appreciate it, guys. Love your vids. All cool, interesting. Night, everyone. Take care. Appreciate you, brother. Have a good night. Have y'all seen the Back It Up Terry fireworks? I've seen that one video. That poor guy out there in his wheelchair just trying to have fun, light a firework, and then he can't get out of the way. But if they have a line of fireworks, no, I have not seen that. One of those this year, some of those. That's funny. I didn't know they were making stuff based off of that. I just knew he went out there to, I think it was like a, what's it called? Oh, damn it, I have them. What's the name of it? Shit. Keep thinking of the word glitter, but it's bling bling. It's like a little red square 200-gram cake. I'm pretty sure it was a bling bling that he was lighting off. They actually have a firework called that. That's funny shit. I haven't seen it either, Northeast. But now I fused together a bunch of mortars, so I light it one time and just sit back and watch. That to me, that's the fun part. Kind of like RCs, building it just to kind of get it out there and run it and tear it up. I mean, same thing with the fireworks. I glue them to the boards, put mortars in racks, fuse it all together, time it just right with the fuse, set it out there, tie it all together, hit it once, and just sit back and watch. I think that's all we're going to put together tonight. I've seen them but have never bought it. That's funny. Yeah, I didn't know they had them, but I've seen that video once or twice. That poor guy. Back it up, Terry. He's literally sitting right next to that thing as it's going off. That poor guy. Huh. Yeah, I need to get some bearings for this guy. Now I don't even remember what size bearings came in it. But still got some pretty good pinch. The head's all scratched to shit. But still got some pretty good pinch on that engine. Time to play some late night Call of Duty. All right, Travis, you have yourself a good night, brother. We're gonna shut this down here in a minute anyways. It is getting late and I still gotta get things ready for my trip. That's funny. Usually when you go on a trip, you're leaving home, but when I go on a trip, I'm headed home. But anyways, so no, it's been a fun week. You guys are awesome. Thanks for all the donations. Thanks for all the hanging out. Thanks for all the help. You guys are great. Appreciate you. I will not be back next week. I may put out a couple of shorts and some regular videos of the fireworks, but no live, unfortunately. So, and then next week when I get back, it probably won't be till Tuesday or even possibly Wednesday before I do another stream. So, time to beat some children's arses. Don't you lie, you know them little kids are badass. Probably whooping your ass, aren't they? Man, it's amazing how good kids are at video games. But cleaning the room, they suck. Fireworks stream, I don't know, I thought about it, but there's just so much going on. And I don't want to just set it up and leave it. I don't know, it's possible. Off the guy, what's up? Thanks, brother, appreciate you. Yeah, you guys have a good one. I gotta get ready for a flight, so wish me luck. And like I said, I'll see you guys next week. I doubt very soon, so I'm gonna do a live stream. It's always a possibility, but I doubt it. Yes, have a great week, everyone. Thank you, guys. Take it easy, and I see you when I see you. Much love and peace.